Welcome to the Tricloud Nexus presentation. In a series of videos, I will guide you through the platform and show you how to use it for a wide range of use cases within industrial IoT. In this video, I will show how Tricloud Nexus can collect data from a MQTT broker, so you can analyze it and optimize your processes. To do this, I will use the fictional company called Mentastic. Mentastic is a chewing gum manufacturer that has started their digitalization journey. Mentastic wants to gain an understanding for their gum-based process time and how it correlates to the quality of the gum base. Mentastic has created a hypothesis that there might be a correlation between the mixer batch process time, the mixer's average temperature, and the quality of the gum base. In order to verify if this is valid, we have identified a few data points and events that Mentastic needs to collect and analyze. And they are mixer start and mixer end events, describing when a batch of gum base is being mixed by one of their mixers. The temperature time series data from all the mixers. And quality metrics from the laboratory, measuring the quality of each completed batch of gum base. All of these data points are being published to the on-site MQTT broker with a topic structure we can see here. I'm using the open source tool MQTT Explorer to view and capture the topic structure and data examples that is needed when configuring Tricloud Nexus for data collection from the broker. So let's see how we can use Tricloud Nexus to connect to the MQTT broker. So here we have the Tricloud Nexus portal, and we start by going to the designer and then click on assets. Here we can see the Mentastic asset hierarchy that has already been modeled. We can see the different factories for Hanoi, Dallas, and Fredericia. In order to access the MQTT broker that is located on the Fredericia factory, we need to select the Fredericia area and view its data connectors. In this demo, we already pre-configured the data connector, but in order to add a new MQTT data connector, I click the new data connector, then I can select MQTT broker, give it a unique name, and then I can click select in order to add it. But in this case, I already added it, so I will skip this. So it has already been configured to connect to the on-site MQTT broker using credentials that have been provided. And we already configured some of the MQTT topics that we want to subscribe to. But we are missing one topic where the laboratory will publish information about their quality control for each completed batch. Therefore, I need to add a new topic. First, I give it a name. Quality control. Then I provide a topic filter. Then I need to define whether I will subscribe or publish data to this topic. And in this case, I want to subscribe to it. I also specify the data format, which is JSON in this case. And I can actually provide an example of the payload, which is helpful later, which I can paste in here. Then I can click create. The next step will be to add a tag describing the quality control event in which comes from the laboratory. You can see that we have already configured tags for the mixers, the mixer start tag, the mixer end, and the temperature for each mixer. And now I want to add another one for the quality control. So I create a new tag, and the example payload was a JSON message. So I need to use the string measurement for capturing all parts of that event. And I click OK. Then I give it a name, QA metrics. Next, I select the data connector, which is MQTT broker. And then I select the newly created read topic, quality control. If I
have a look at the Store tab, I can see that the data will be ingested to cloud using the default cold path, which is a more cost-effective option. But if the data is needed to be ingested in near real time, I could go with the hot path option instead. But I choose to keep it on the cold path. Going back, then I just need to specify two more things. First of all, what part of the data in the JSON event that I want to read, and which part of the event that contains information about time of occurrence. In case the event doesn't have timestamp information, we can use the time of receival as a timestamp. I start by opening the value expression. You can see the example that I pasted in earlier shown here, and I can provide a JSON query expression to format the output. JSON is a query and transformation language for JSON data that is supported by Tricloud Nexus. This JSON query selects only parts of the source data that is needed, and in this case, batch ID and viscosity. Then I need to select the timestamp from the event. I open the query editor. The timestamp in the example is actually provided in local Danish time, but it is recommended to store all timestamps in UTC time in order to have a uniform time format across your factories. We can do the time conversion dynamically by using a built-in function that is unique to Tricloud Nexus. And in this case, I'm converting it dynamically to UTC from the source timestamp. And then I click Save. I can also add in metadata for this tag. In this case, I can specify the unit of measure. In order to do so, I click Add Property, specify unit of measure, which is centipoise for viscosity. But I can also add metadata at the asset level by going to Asset Info, and then I could specify the equipment type, which is a viscometer. Then I'm ready to save my changes, give it a comment, and then click Save. The next step is to deploy it to the device on the Fredericia factory. So I go to Configurations under Management and select my device in Fredericia. Then I go to Asset Hierarchy, which is currently deployed version 14 of the asset hierarchy. And I need to assign the more recent version to it. In this case, version 25. Click Next, select Fredericia, and click Done. Then I can click Save and deploy my changes. And here you can see that the deployment is completed.
So now the MQTT configuration has been deployed, and I will have to wait for the data to be collected from the production at the Fredericia factory and saved in the time series database. The next step is to gain insight from the data, which I will demonstrate in another video. I just showcased how you can use Tricloud Nexus to connect to an MQTT broker and how you can use it to transform JSON event data with JSON query expressions, and how to dynamically convert local timestamps to UTC before ingesting it to cloud. To learn more about Tricloud Nexus and its features, you can watch our other videos, which you will find on our YouTube channel and on the website. Here you can also book a demo. Remember to follow Tricloud on LinkedIn. Thank you for watching.